Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Sunday. It is the 8th of January 2023. Gonna look at the 8th race on the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The 8th from Aqueduct, it is the Say Florida Sandy Stakes. It's going for a $100,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards, state breds here. We have a field of 5 horses, but it's the old classic group of 5 horses that's always on these state bred races, going the distance of ground here of 1,400 meters, or the 7 furlong trip on the Aqueduct main track. 1,400 meters, 7 furlongs here. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down my notes, just bear with me. I'm going to take here the 3-horse Bankit as a top selection. Let's go 3-4-1-5 in the superfecta. 3-4-1-5 super, top selection of 3-horse Bankit, 7-year-old horse by Central Banker. Steve Asmussen trains. Jose Lascano gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 4th of December here at Aqueduct on a muddy but harrowed going 7 furlongs New York Stallion Series. The horse went by 3.5 lengths and basically on the front and all throughout. He set his own fractions, he quickened up nicely off of it, and he got the job done. A little bit wide, but it was an all-around good return to the races. Second off the bench, back to Aqueduct. Not the world's toughest state breds in January. I think the horse should get a good trip, and I think he can win. 2 back here on the West Point at Saratoga, 1 mile out of the Wilson chute off the turf on the 26th of August. He finished second by 6 lengths. Some like it, Hop Brown really took off clearly. This horse just kind of stalked him and was a little bit wide and just wasn't catching him. It wasn't his day to win. I remember watching that day so clearly. It was the day before Travers Day. I wish it was Travers Day, or I wish it was summer. But the weather we've had here in the New York City area has been very nice the last week or so, and it looks like it's going to be nice the next 2 weeks also. So hopefully, I don't mind rain because you don't have to shovel rain, and it's not going to be as cold as it would be normally in the winter. Mid 40s, low 40s, perfect for me. When we get below 40, that's when I start getting miserable. But in the West Point, I thought that was a good, place there. He actually won going out of the Wilson Mile at Saratoga, 1 mile, 12th of August in the Evan Shipman, winning by a nose, closing up from mid-pack. I thought it was a very good race, a little bit wide, but the closers were doing well out of that Wilson shoot at Saratoga this summer. That was his first start back since the Godolphin Mile at Maidan, 1 mile there. He finished 6 by 10.5 lengths there, and he just had nothing. It wasn't showing up. It wasn't his day to win. And then Optional 50 at Oaklawn last February, going a mile off the bench. He finished 5th by 5 lengths. Was very wide and just lacks a day's goal. He ran here last time out on the 4th of December in Victory, and then his prior start here at Aqueduct came in the Haynesfield in March of 2021 over the 1 mile on the slop. He finished second behind a neck behind my boy Tate, who just caught this horse late. He ran his heart out, but he just couldn't keep up. Came after that to place behind American Dubai at Oaklawn, and then won the commentator on the mud at Belmont in May of 2021 by Baker's Dozen on the front and all throughout. A very, very good race there. Beating Danny California home was a decent horse. But coming here today, I think he's a live horse. I'm going to use him. I think your second likeliest winner is the 4-horse. What do you think now for Dylan Davis? Having a bit of a slow start to the season, I think, Dylan Davis, but we're only 8 days in, but give him a break. Most recently, Alex M. Robb at Aqueduct, 1 mile in the mud last month. He won by 3.25 lengths, and on the front and all throughout, again, very pedestrian fractions, and he went off of it. Before then, Hudson, I just don't think he's a 6.5 kind of horse. I think he wants the longer trip. He definitely wanted there. And then at Pimlico in the light diffuse, he finished third by 12.25 lengths that day. And he just, again, he wants to go the mile. He won in the Marcy at Saratoga, but he had everything his own way there. Coming here today, back to a mile, or 7 furlongs, I'm going to give him a shot. To recount my selection for the 8th from Aqueduct, it is the Say Florida Sandy. Let's take the 3-horse Bankit. Give kudos to the 4-horse. What do you think now? 3-4-1-5 super, 3-4 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.